Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hot Dog Hour. I am feeling a little curious. See, we all know about curiosity. It killed the cat. Its name is George. And it's on Mars right now sending us selfies. See, I've always been curious about curiosity because it seems like something that spans species. It's integral to our survival. It's what moves us forward. Curiosity is what makes history. But what drives curiosity? Who decides? Why are you into what you're into? Like, why are some people walking around and they're curious about, how much candy's in the candy jar? And then others are curious about what it's like to murder someone. I pity the poor fool who ate the first poison berry, and I am jealous of the man who milked the first cow. Curiosity's done a lot of things. Are you curious about this episode? Let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, I have two very special people with me today, and one on the way. We got three today, all right? It's a damn orgy in this hot dog vendor. But right now we have two people here who are very special to me. Two people who can keep time. No, I'm just kidding. We love you, Dave. All right. The first guest is someone that I really have a lot of love and respect for. They are very funny. They're someone that I look up to as a comedian, and I think they're a brilliant writer, a captivating performer, and, dare I say, a good friend.
Hey, man.
Put your hands together for Dean David.
Thank you, guys. Hello.
Hey, don't be afraid to clap.
Yeah, hey. It's basically for you to do. So
So I kind of
Yeah,
got
so
the
you're
cue.
the dick. Yeah.
There was a clap.
It was a clap. It was a golf clap
I
because
tried-
we're inside.
I tried my best.
We're inside. And that is a good transition to go to this next guest. Okay, this next guest did a golf clap because he's very polite. He's very thoughtful. He's very selfless. This is a man that I have known longer than anyone else in the world. I've known this man as long as I've known my own father. Okay? Sometimes I was confused if maybe he was my father. I don't know. But I've learned a lot from him, and I continue to every day. God, I don't even know what to say. There really are no words to describe this guest. He's my fucking boy, Jon Koehler.
Greetings.
Greetings. That's all you could say about this. I mean, this, you two guys. Now, this is funny because you are one of my longest friends ever. And you are not a new friend, but it's so interesting how you meet people at different times, like, in your life. And you can just be friends with people across, like, timelines. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Like different, TV shows.
Different TV show. This is like a TV.
Yeah.
You know what's happening right now? This is like
The Timmy
crossover
Jimmy
crossover episode. This is a crossover episode.
Different
the Timmy
characters.
Jimmy Power Hour.
Exactly.
Hour.
There's other crossovers that are pretty good, too.
So, guys, I'm curious.
Yes.
I'm curious.
What are you curious about?
I'm curious what I want to start with is both of you engage in things that I think are very interesting. Dean, you're a stand-up comic.
Yes, sir.
John, you're soon going to be doing some things that are cool.
Yes, I will.
Dean, let's start with you.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of comics are curious, right? I feel like that's like one of the foundational pillars of comedy, right? You're curious about like how things work or why things work or why things don't work or why you feel some type of way or why you don't. Well, that's how I felt. I'm curious if you felt that way and was curiosity something that drove you to stand-up comedy.
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't know if every comedian's curious, but I know I am a curious person and I think about those things when I'm performing, and that's something I care about. But I don't know if every comedian is. But I don't know if curiosity is what got me into it. It was more like depression. Like once I knew about it, I did it right away. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like I was interested and learning about it and then gave it a try. Like the second I knew that I liked comedy, I was like, oh man, I'm going to go do that now.
Were you curious about why you were depressed at all?
No, I was like young, I was like 15.
Right.
And less curious, more like, I guess I was, I don't know what you're saying, I'm curious. I guess I was wondering how long I could last this way. I was like,
that's curiosity.
Yeah, because I had no way to make myself feel good. So that's why I just typed in comedy, like on YouTube. That was my solution as like my Hail Mary attempt. And I was like, okay, maybe just typing in comedy on YouTube will be like some help for my joy. And that's when I found comedy, stand-up comedians. And then that's when I started doing comedy. So I guess a little bit of curiosity was into it. And yeah, I'm a curious guy by nature, you know.
You're a curious guy.
Yeah.
You're a curious guy. John, what about you? Are you a curious guy? You're not very curious at all.
No, you have to be curious, man. You know.
You've never ventured out.
No, never. Honestly, I've always lived on the straight and narrow. I'm kind of like a bald eagle.
Yeah, you really are.
Soaring through the Ozarks. You know, I always knew my path. Never any, tumultuous winds. Never any.
Never a single question.
No, I not only did I know everything since the time I was born, I was good at everything too.
That is true. That is true. He is a savant.
I am, but I'm a year out from getting my law degree, and I work in a law firm now. The best lawyers, I think, for what this is worth, they're curious.
Yes.
Like, have you guys ever wondered how a valve works?
God, no.
Yeah. Like,
but I do take it for granted.
Dean, have you ever wondered?
What's a valve?
Yeah, that's kind of the.
What's a valve?
So before I worked at a law firm, you do construction law.
That was me being curious. That was me acting out curiosity.
I worked in a psych hospital. I worked with crazy people, and they were great.
Really?
I loved my patients. They were incredible.
You work with still right now?
No, not anymore.
No,
I did that for 7 years, and then I went into.
You still keep in touch?
With them?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no, dude. They lost their phones. They're probably wandering the Appalachian Trail right now, being curious about what's on the trail.
Curious.
And the skinwalkers that exist there. That's a fact. I know everything. Regardless, I had to learn how a valve worked and what a supply line was. Have you ever heard of dezinkification? I'm sure I'll bring it up again.
No, I heard of
Dezinkification,
D's nuts.
Is that when you just cum really watery?
Well, it's when the water takes the cum out of the cum. That it's like a dilution.
So we said the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. So you have to
Dilution.
be curious.
Right.
What are you curious about, Alex?
I am very curious about a lot of things. I am primarily curious, I think, about like emotions. I think that I'm just curious about humanity through the lens of their emotions. I think that it's so insane and a miracle that like anything has ever been accomplished or gotten done. Like, it feels like human beings are these completely irrational electric meatbags who live on a flying space rock who think they know everything. And because of that, we've, like, killed people. But we've also, like, built New York City. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I just am fascinated by how curiosity can be wielded different ways. You know what I mean? And it's fascinating to me how different people take things happening in life and then do or don't do something with it. Like, for example, I'm very curious about my emotions. You know what I mean? Like, I get depressed or I get...
Why do you get depressed?
Well, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get curious about, like,
When was the last time?
am I depressed?
When was the last time you were depressed?
Like 5 minutes ago, I guess.
I've known you for 30 years.
What'd you say?
I've known you for 30 years. I've never seen you depressed.
Well, I wasn't super
Interesting.
depressed when I was like in high school and stuff, but I'm also just not annoying. No, but I think that I've been very curious about my emotions and other people's emotions too and stuff. Like, I'm always fascinated by like right now it's a great example too with Trump, but like I'm always fascinated by like presidents or like world leaders, you know what I mean? Like, cause like I look at people like that and I'm like, well, you're a human being, so you have to get emotional, right? But it's like, you're in this
I'm
position
curious
that's
about.
so crazy.
I got a curiosity with the president. Is he ever alone? Like, if you're president, not just this president, like if you're any president, are you ever alone? Can you ever be alone?
Probably very rarely.
Like, when's the last time that dude just like sat somewhere by himself with no one around him?
And even if he is,
Does
you're
that
not
happen?
really, because like if you're sitting in a room alone, there's people right outside the door, and there's people
Right.
watching the window,
Exactly, yeah.
and there's probably someone who can monitor something like in the room.
That's what I'm saying.
So it is kind of crazy to think about that. Like, what does that do to someone? You know what I mean? And especially someone like Trump, right? Like, what does that do to, like, Do you think that, okay, ready? Do you think that when you are constantly surrounded by people and you don't spend enough time alone, do you think that diminishes your curiosity a little bit? I think it does.
When you're not around people?
No, I'm saying when you're not ever able to be alone, when you're always around people.
Oh. I think if you're not alone, if you don't get time to be alone, then you can't even have time to process what's going on. You get like numb to everything.
Right. You just keep it moving, baby. Keep it moving.
Yeah, if everything's always moving and there's never like a processing point, then you just like, I feel like you just get like a, not that you would not be curious, I guess. You would just be like tired, I think, you know?
Well, I guess that's how people get like burned out and stuff, right?
Right. Burned out. That's another way to put it.
No, I think that's a great point. It stunts your growth. And Dean,
Right.
you pointed that out. I mean, it stunts your growth when you're not alone. You can't process anything. You're not able to develop as a person. You know, I had this one year after, it was 2013, 2014. It's around 2014 where I was just kind of completely by myself for a year. And I did a lot of soul searching in that time. And there's something powerful that comes with being comfortable with yourself and you being your own company.
Absolutely.
So I knew the answer.
I
to
like
that,
being
so.
with
Sorry, Dave.
people.
You like being with people?
Yeah, I like being with people. But I like being alone too. I like both. But I get plenty of alone time, I feel like, you know.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny? I feel like as I've gotten older, I've liked, or I appreciate more time alone. Like I appreciate time alone. And when I say time alone, it's not just like physically not being around people, but it's like not having your phone near you or not like texting people. Cause like I've noticed about myself that sometimes I'll get like exhausted. Like, do you ever like get exhausted from like texting for a long time or like for like, you know what I mean? Like, or like, do you ever like, you'll be out all day and then you'll get home and then you like look at your phone. You're like, oh my God, like fuck, I got to get back to something. Well, you know.
Yeah, you ever read that text?
I'm doing
message?
this to John right now.
For 2 months.
John has been desperately trying to help me legitimize the hot dog hour, and I've been a jackass. Then that's why I brought you here to apologize to you.
No. I would always bother you. I think you've referred to me as your case manager.
Yes.
And it brings me back to the social work days, which is a lot of
Exactly.
fun for me.
He used to help a lot of people who also didn't comb their hair.
Now I don't. Now I don't.
No.
help those people.
Now he's making money. Come on, guys. Shit's expensive in the Northeast. Guys, I'm curious.
Do you ever not pursue? Well, tell me. Are you?
No, say it.
Do you ever not pursue information under the context that maybe asking might offend somebody?
Absolutely not.
Never.
It's my entire job.
Wait,
I
say
have
that
to.
again. Say that again.
Like, you know, maybe you're curious about something, but you don't want to ask because it might offend the person.
I see. Yes, I agree. I sympathize with that feeling because I do
Sympathy.
that too. But
empathize.
I do, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing like you're allowed to ask someone a question. Like you are allowed to just be like, hey, this and that. Just like the other person's allowed to like not answer your question. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like
Right.
you are allowed to ask questions so long as it's not something insane. But like within reason, like you are allowed.
What's the craziest thing you ever asked a person?
Ooh,
About
what?
About them, you know,
About
like,
them.
hey, like, what's?
I don't really ask stuff like
Really?
crazy. The craziest thing I one time actually asked an Asian guy, like, where are you from? Like, are you Chinese? Are you Korean? Are you?
You know what I did?
I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was like, no one's asking, so I'm just going to ask. He didn't care.
Dude, when I was like,
Is that Yao?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was someone at like my new job. It was terrible.
dude, when I was a kid, I went to my first dentist, and I was like 6 or 7, and I did not understand like filters or like people's emotions. So I asked the dentist. He's like looking at me. He's got yellow teeth.
Oh, boy.
The dentist. So I was like, hey, I was like, you're my dentist, right? And he's like, I'm the dentist. Yeah, dude, I help with the teeth. You know, I was like, so why are your teeth so yellow?
You're like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like, what?
And it really like it hurt him, and he
Did he stop working on you?
No, he worked on me. Maybe with this like in his head, just in anger.
Maybe do you think he was more like, like, you know, like, you're
I'll
like,
show you what's yellow.
Yeah. Let's get all the yellow off, you know.
But I remember him telling me he wasn't gonna see me again, and I was like, why? He's like, well, Dean, because you know when you asked me that question, it was really rude.
He said that?
Yeah, he said that.
He
to me.
broke up with you.
Yeah, I remember that
He
happening.
fired you.
I didn't even know how to process that. I was just like, I was just asking, and then while he was doing that to me, I doubled down. I was like, I was just asking because your teeth are yellow.
Oh no, Dean. Oh shit.
So
I didn't
yellow-
realize how much.
Oh my God, curiosity
I was
killed
like
the Dean.
Dude, I was 7 years old, man.
Dean, would it be fair to ask a question of yellow's not your favorite color? Is that, from that story,
I
I'm
like the
gathering.
color yellow, just not on teeth.
Yeah, fair
You
enough.
know?
I like the color yellow, just not on teeth.
Yeah.
Guys, here's what I want to talk about now. What is something that, when was the time curiosity got you into some trouble? You asked me. When did curiosity get you into some trouble?
I asked
Mr.
a fat
Kohler?
person
man.
when the baby was due.
Oh,
And
that's a
shouldn't-
classic.
Yeah, just as a point of clarification, I asked a fat woman when the baby was due when I was like 9.
That's a classic.
And it turns out she was just fat.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
had that happen.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Dude, I used to work at a movie theater. I had to check people for snacks if they tried sneaking in.
No, wait, hold on.
What?
You were a snack checker?
I was like the guy ticket taker, and I was like,
What are
you
you
guys-
doing? Stop and frisk in
Wait.
in AMC?
Does AMC do stop and frisk?
They encourage you to do whatever you think you're capable of. So I was like, listen, I got to check your bag. I was
Do whatever you're capable of. So AMC's just empowering
Regal.
the employees.
It was
Is
Regal.
that how they wrote the
Yeah,
policy?
John, can you step in?
Yeah,
here?
no,
So hold
I-
on. So what you're saying is AMC is empowering their employees
Regal,
to do
Regal.
whatever it takes.
Regal, sorry,
Regal.
Regal.
Oh my goodness, Regal.
Point of
Regal,
clarification.
Regal.
The Pepsi.
AMC.
the
Okay.
Pepsi of movies.
The Pepsi of okay. So what you're saying is, let me get this straight. So Regal Cinemas, folks, if you're just turning in, Regal Cinemas has been confirmed as empowering their employees by any means necessary.
They do
to,
empower.
what you're saying is to infringe upon privacy rights for a profit margin. Dean.
I don't think. I mean, yeah, dude, you can't get snacks in the theater. So of course I have a right to ask, like, hey, can I check your bag for snacks? And they just, I guess they don't have to let me check, but
Do
they
you
did.
pat people down?
Well, one time I saw this guy. He had
No, you don't.
No, I didn't
way.
pat him down, dude. But he had a jacket on, and here's the funny thing, dude. As I told him, I was like, dude, you need to open your coat because it looks like you have stuff. And he opened it, and it turns out he was just fat. And he was like,
You
So
made
both
him.
of you.
You made him show you his fat.
I
I
didn't
just
think-
asked.
I didn't think he. I'm not describing him as. He said to me, he's like, yeah, I'm just fat. Like,
And then you verified it.
well, I was just like,
So you asked a woman when the baby was due. You asked a man what candy he's got.
Exactly.
And then he went.
yeah.
I think it's point of emphasis. And then you took the extra step of confirming that fact.
well, I just said to him, I just wanted to make sure you didn't have any candy. You know, like that was.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You're not a bad person. You're not a
I
bad
was doing what I
person.
was told to do.
Yeah, no, I get it. They
Yeah,
directed
just like
you.
the Nazis. I
Yep.
know, man. I
Right.
get it.
That's how we got
I
here.
know.
All right.
That's how we got here.
Well, you can-
wow, that's insane. Yeah, you know, it really was. Now that I think about it, any of the entry level kind of like generic retail jobs, they really stamp out any curiosity. They really I worked at Giant. They were just like, shut the fuck up and fucking tackle someone if they're taking M&Ms in the line. You know what
Do
I
you
mean? They
have
didn't give a
Giants up
fuck.
here?
Oh, no, in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Giant, also known as Gennardi's.
Oh, Gennard. I do remember Gennardi's.
I don't know, Gennardi's.
These are regional grocery stores where you can buy wine, sushi,
Oh.
and milk all in the same place,
Oh, yeah, they
like
ha-
a grocery store.
Yeah, they have that.
Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
grocery store.
They have that in
Guys,
my neighborhood. They have shit like that.
Here's what I'm going to say. I am curious what you think about. This is good because both of us live in New York. John, you live in Philly, which are two fucking madhouse clown shows. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
A lot of curious people here. You know, there's a thing about people who live in the Northeast. They're very curious about everybody else. You know what I mean? It
Agreed.
seems like they're very, like, every time you're in, like, New York or Philly and, like, you're in, like, Port Authority, you know what I mean? Like, someone's like, what's going on? Hey, yo, what's up? Hey, oh, man, bro, can I talk to you? And it's like, no. Why are you, like, I'm walking, don't talk to me, right? Obviously, that's kind of what gives the city its charm.
A little bit. I can, yeah.
I just think it's so crazy how people, it's like the curiosity here is so much bigger and like grander that it's like people just approach you. Like I've had so many weird instances. Like I was at a couple months ago, I was in like Hell's Kitchen. And this dude comes over to me. He's like, "Hey man, like, could I use your phone real quick?" Never
Ooh,
good. That's
yeah.
never good.
I never let a guy use my phone.
That's never good. And he goes, "Hey man,
Crazy.
can I use your phone real quick?" And I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm like doing something." I was barking. So I had nowhere to go, and you can't explain to someone who's not.
Yeah, you can.
What's barking?
It's when I'm standing out there going, guys, stand-up comedy show going. But I'm saying you can't explain that to someone who's like has tattered clothing. You can't be like, hey man, I'm here and I know we're both outside, but go away. Like you can't say that. Well, you can. Yeah. They don't get it. So this guy's going, yo man, what's up? So the problem is, curiosity killed the cat. We're all human beings. Whenever someone approaches you like that, part of you's like, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? Like part of you, not that you want to get involved, but part of you's like,
I want to get involved.
Yeah,
I want to know. Like my favorite is when they walk up and you just know they're gonna try and do some slick shit, and they walk up with the fly hands, and they're all ready to hit you with the pitch of, this is why I need the bus fare. This is why I need to get back to Jersey or whatever it is. And I just want to. I'm curious. I want to hear the story.
They want drugs. They want drugs.
Well, that's not always true. So this guy, let me explain this. So this guy, this took a pretty average path. Like he comes up to me. He wants the phone. I'm like, buddy, I can't give you the phone. Then he tells me he has to call someone. He has a phone, but the phone's dead. The phone is at a restaurant and it's charging.
Yeah.
Well, you should go back to the restaurant.
Yeah,
and
go back to the restaurant, use your phone.
What an insane thing to say.
Oh, it gets so much better. So I'm like, he goes, well, the things at the restaurant, and like, I can't really.
Who let him in the restaurant?
There is no
I don't know because he has,
I'm sorry.
He has ripped pants, but here was the problem. He had ripped pants and a wife beater on, and he had long hair.
Summer.
I couldn't tell if the rip was fashion or if it was like, I was like, this guy's either homeless and destitute or like a millionaire kind of ripped pants. You know what I mean? Like it was like I couldn't tell. And he was a scrawny white dude. So I'm like, he could be like
he's using drugs.
Right. Well, but I'm like, he could be using drugs or he's like Future's producer. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. Like it could go either way. Both are using drugs, but like, so I'm like, so he's like, yeah, but whatever. He's like, dude, so like so this is the step 2 of the curiosity part, right? Because these guys are good at this. Now he can tell I'm hooked. So now he deploys step 2, which is breadcrumbing a bit of a checkered but illustrious past career. So he's going, so I'm standing there, he sees I'm looking, and I go, I can't use the phone. And he goes, oh, well, man, he's like, oh, dude, I just got to use my phone. My phone's charging in there. I just like, all my shit's at the hotel because like I'm usually like touring with Odd Future and like Tyler and like, I'm doing all like their lighting and stuff. So now I'm like,
so now he wants to leverage you. Now he's trying to leverage you as if
now
he's someone important in these ripped jeans.
Right. He sees I have baggy jeans, okay? I have cool sneakers. He's like, all right, this guy gets it. This guy listens to music. And he's like, yeah, I'm with Odd Future and I'm like doing that, but like it's at the hotel. Very vague, but he's talking like a guy who does things. Fair. So now curiosity's got me. I'm like, all right. And I go, what's your name, man? And he goes, oh, dude, Brandon. And I'm like, Brandon what? And he goes, so like I need to use the phone. So I'm like, dude, I can't have you use the phone, man. So I literally just said to him, I was like, man, I'm not going to let you use the phone. I'm sorry.
You didn't call him Brandon? You just called him...
Yeah, I just called him man. I was like, man, I'm not going to let you use the phone. I'm sorry. And I was like, if you want me to text or call someone, I can do that for you. I was like, I'm not going to let you hold the phone. Like I said that, which is very uncharacteristic of me. I was very proud of myself. So then he goes, oh, dude, I know. I need to just like really quick call my dad. He's like, let me just give you my dad's number. And I just have to. So now it's getting weird.
Wait, why do you want to call your dad and not Future?
I don't know. Exactly. I'm going to call Future Hendrix. So he's like, well, let me do this. He's like, I just need to call my dad real quick, blah, 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 blah. So he's saying this. As he's saying this, another comic that we know walks up and starts talking to me. I'm like, thank God. So we're talking for a minute, blah, 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 blah. The other comic is there. The guy goes, yo, dude, could I use your phone real quick? I guess he thought that I was... I don't know what he thought, but he goes, yeah, man, for sure. So he just takes his phone out and hands it to the guy. The guy had his hand like kind of like back here. He takes his hand out to grab the phone and he just goes, dude, thanks, man. I'm like really bleeding a lot.
I'm really glad you played your friend played that out.
So we go, what? You're bleeding a lot? And he goes, yeah, man, I don't know if I'm like have like an infection or something, but like something I was like picking at it. And I'm like, oh my God.
That's an abscess.
We
That's a
ran.
Yeah,
and I think our other guest is here now. Hold on.
Did you get your phone? Did he get his phone back? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, did blood get on the phone?
Our other guest is here, folks.
Did blood get on the phone though?
Blood got all over the phone.
Did he get the phone back?
Guys, talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
So what's your favorite thing about me so far, Dean?
That's a funny question.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
My favorite thing about you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if I have what's your favorite thing about me? Do you have it that deep thought through?
I think it's your mellow demeanor,
My
and that
demeanor.
you think critically about things.
How do you figure out think critically?
Because when I asked your favorite color earlier,
Oh yeah.
you really thought, you took a moment and you thought, what is John asking me? What does Jonathan want from me besides to harass and burden me?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
And you thought about that. You thought about that, and you gave me a fleshed out answer. You didn't just tell me to fuck off.
No, my answer was great.
You entertained me.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, why not?
I don't know. Some people wouldn't. I mean, I know he would with the homeless guy. Sorry, that
I
Brandon.
know. I can't believe he spoke to the homeless guy for that long.
I mean, like,
I would not have given a homeless guy that much of my time.
I would have just told the homeless guy, dude, I'm poor.
I would tell him to go away.
Now that I know what barking is, dude, I'm out here barking. You think I have a phone?
I've literally said to a homeless guy, like, "Hey, man, can't you read a vibe?"
We were in Chicago once. My wife and I were in Chicago.
One time I told a homeless guy, I was like, "Dude, my life sucks." And he was
What do you say to
he
that?
didn't know what to say.
Yeah, because
He's like, "You got spare change?" Like, "Dude, my life sucks."
I am all. Everything is bad.
Yeah.
Everything is bad right now.
Alex, one time a homeless guy asked me for spare change, Alex.
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, my life sucks." Yeah.
Hey there, what?
Yeah.
Hey there.
You're good. Come on in. Take a seat. You sit right here. Oh Jesus. Oh yeah.
Nice to
We
meet
out
you.
here.
Hey, dude.
And I'm climbing over this because there's no room left.
What's going on, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, the next and final guest is here. He is a gentleman that I met at the illustrious Stand Comedy Club and Restaurant. He is a comedian from Los Angeles, San Francisco. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm just a cardboard box salesman.
He's a cardboard box salesman from the West Coast, or you live there now, or you're from there. Ladies and
Albuquerque,
gentlemen,
New Mexico.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That's really cool.
No, I'm just lying. Yeah.
He's a liar.
wow,
he's a
he's
known
filthy,
liar, and he's here on the Hot Dog Hour.
fibber.
David Yates.
Dave Yates, everybody. Nice to see y'all.
Hey.
Hi. Sorry, I am late.
Dude, you're fine.
I had 2 shows in New Jersey last night, and I didn't get to bed till like 3.
That's wonderful.
No, it's not. 'Cause I set an alarm for 10 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to wake up, you're going to do the things. And nope. Nope. Ever sleep so hard you feel like you shot heroin the night before?
Why do you bring that
What
up?
a wonderful transition.
Segue. No.
What a wonderful transition. John, take it away.
What would have really, I think, woken you up is if you're familiar with what a bell ringer is, right?
Well, we don't call it that anymore.
So you can do like a nice little bell ringer or a little 8-ball or hot shot, and that'll get you moving and grooving.
We used to call them speed balls.
Speed balls.
Speed
Yep,
balls.
hot shots, speed balls. We could have
guys
well,
are
hot
talking the
shots.
same
Hot shot
language.
is when it's got fentanyl in it.
Well, nowadays,
That's a hot shot.
Nowadays,
Yeah, you don't want that.
You can't get heroin. I was
Well,
telling
if you
Dean.
know a guy, I mean, like that's if you're a noob, you can.
I mean, in Philly, you can't find it anywhere.
Well, of course.
Philly, it's all. I mean, when you got heroin back when it was good. I've been sober 10 years now.
okay.
But for them, thanks for approving it. Just want to make sure. Your heroin used to be cut with like drywall. Used to be cut with baby laxative
Was
in
it
Philly.
really?
Yeah, and it was good. But now you take it and you die, and it's not a good
it's cut
thing.
with death.
Yeah,
That's so interesting that, like, I would think that you would die from something like drywall too, or from.
Nah.
But you.
It makes you stronger.
Look at my face.
your arms get bigger from the drywall.
Yeah, and you start talking like this.
I like how the two of you are just on the fucking same page right now immediately.
Because he can. I think he can. I don't know. Maybe
And your
you
name?
know.
Dean.
Pleasure to meet you.
I've never done heroin, but it
Oh,
sounds
you
cool.
fucking queef.
He's missing out. It's
God,
the bee's knees.
Yeah. Like, come on.
I've been working my way up through the ranks. Of
Oh yeah.
drugs. Yeah.
You
First
gonna start
the
with mushrooms
weed.
next?
No, I did mushrooms already.
All right.
Acid would be next, I think.
You've never done acid either.
No, that's like
Dork.
No. I know.
Dork.
Jesus. Like
know.
this is the thing they don't tell you in dare class. It's like once you do all the drugs, you don't have to do drugs anymore.
That's what I heard. I
Yeah.
actually
Once you
heard
tick
that.
off.
That is something
every
that
drug
you've
on
said
the
as
list.
well.
Yeah, it's like that ICE video that Donald Trump posted. The gotta catch 'em all with the Pokemon theme. If you catch all the drugs,
Yes.
You're
win,
over it.
You win. You get like you remember when Xbox used to have like badges you could win. You get the badge.
Yeah, see, it's
Achievement
it's
unlocked.
something even Trump supporters can agree.
I wouldn't go that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
But I did not
I just
say that
referenced.
either.
I just
We
referenced
love
the video.
drugs, the gateway drugs. You know what's funny, dude? That actually, funny enough, is a good transition back to the topic of the episode. So, do you kind of fulfill your curiosity and then you're like, yeah, I did all the drugs. I guess I'm fine. Like, what part of you? I guess fulfilled is a funny word to use if you're using drugs. But I'm saying, do you feel like it's just you ran its course and now it's over? Like, I can't imagine. Yeah. Like, what?
Take it away, comrade.
The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania said I had to stop. That's how it played out with
yeah,
me.
but when have you ever listened to cops? Come on.
They had a 7-year tail on me.
Oh my God.
And granted, admittedly, without the court's intervention, I probably would have never gotten sober. But how do you? What's the phrase? One's too many, 1,000's never enough. There is no end. The logical end to it maybe
Doesn't
with some-
exist.
jails, institutions, death is what they tell you.
Did you notice how the fucking fun in the room just fucking took a fucking dive? Just the tone got real serious.
Fucking dropping on the AA stuff.
fucking.
We were all laughing, and he just one's too many, 1,000's not enough.
Here's some 12-step recovery
Yeah.
catchphrases I learned when I had to go court ordered to the meetings. So all you kids out there, say no to drugs. Don't be like me. That's exactly the tone.
That's
the
exactly
tone.
what
yeah,
happened.
you took on a real gruff dog detective kind
What
of
are you, my
pitbull.
fucking sponsor? and shit? Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Well, what's
God.
the logical end court? I mean, like, when are you satisfied with your death?
Death.
Okay.
I'm never sad. Like for someone like me, I'm never satisfied. And like that's the thing. Like that's just a fun way to say I did all the drugs. I don't do drugs anymore.
Yeah.
Right. It's just I ticked them all off the box.
Bucket
But
list.
there's no end for me. Like that's the thing. Like I literally had to go lock myself away for a while and then come out with like 23 days under my belt and figure it out.
Right.
Like there was no like fucking.
You had to
I
put
think-
the end to it.
Well,
Right. You
no, it
always
was going to
have
put
to.
the end to me.
Yeah.
Like that's at the end of the day, like a human being has this whole like little mechanism that says like don't die.
Yeah.
I didn't have it anymore, and like a lot of people don't. Like a lot of people that unalive themselves, as the kids say, they don't have that self-preservation mechanism. And I drank myself past the point of doing that. Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Are we too loud?
No, he's got.
Oh, the tea.
Oh, thank you.
Your old
thought you were
bitch
gonna
ass
yell at
guest
us.
needs a tea.
Oh heck yeah!
I figure we could fix it in
Super,
post.
super hot.
Thank
You can put it in there. No, I like it. Give it up for Brian, guys.
Brian.
Thanks,
raise the
Brian.
glass. Say what's
Brian.
up.
Have a tea.
Thanks, Brian.
Man, you went from drugs to Lipton hot tea.
That's a
Like
good
a
sign.
gangster.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's
like
how
a
it plays
fucking
out.
boss, dude.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's the thing. I can only speak for me. It's just like I had to be completely fucking done.
Yeah.
And it's like there's this like in limbo phase where you're just like you can't keep doing it, and you can't stop doing it. And like so for me, like I like you couldn't hate me more than I hated me. And people tried. They really tried. And so to quit doing drugs and drinking, like I literally had to get to the place where it's like people talk about a bottom, like losing everything.
Right.
And there was not enough things to lose, right? Like I ran out of things.
That's great.
Right, like so it's like when you point your finger around to blame someone and there's no one fucking there. You're like, oh, maybe I'm the problem.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You're like, I finally have ran through every
Yeah,
other
to be honest,
issue.
like
Even then, you still try to find something to blame.
I didn't even know you had a voice, bro. Like, holy shit. Like the whole time you're like, I've done mushroom tea. Yeah, but you're 100% correct. It's just like it was a matter of like happenstance for me where my insurance ran out when I was 26. I had just so happened to call my mother and she's like, yeah, like it's going to be cheap as possible for you to get help. So like frugality rang a bell for me. And so I was like, I guess I go to the rehab now, you know? And then I went in and
How old were you?
26
or 25?
I was 25. And then I turned 26 about a month later. So yeah, I've been sober 13 and a half years.
Good for you, man.
No, shut up. Like if like everybody does that, like so good.
Yeah, right.
Let's go party.
No, I mean, listen. It's if anything, then I'll say I respect your willpower. You got better willpower than me. me.
See, if it was willpower, I wouldn't have fucking
Gotten there in the first place.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, you gotta understand. Like, I say this in jest, but
Yeah.
it's just like it's a matter of like I don't want this for anybody else,
Right.
who doesn't want it. Like, it doesn't matter to me what you do. Like, you were texting me earlier, like, I'll roll a fat joint and we'll talk about life, bro. I'm like, you can smoke and I'll hang with you and it doesn't bother me. Like, my choice should not affect anybody else.
Of course.
The only time that I'm concerned with what anybody else is doing is when you ask me for help. And that's
Right.
it. Like, it's like, I'm doing the shit I'm supposed to be doing, like not peeing on myself and stealing from you. Yeah, like, congratulations, Dave. You're a regular human being with a conscience and a moral compass now. Like, you should be proud of the guy who's been drinking for 50 years straight and is still holding it down.
And just has
I
a
had
family.
to get out. I had to get out at 25 years old like a bitch. Okay,
No, well, you made it longer than me, man. I made it till 19.
19.
19. I couldn't even legally drink.
Yeah, John
by
made it
the
to
time I got
19.
sober.
Damn.
Where were you getting high? I'm curious.
Where
were
wasn't I
you?
getting
No,
high?
but
Like, I got sober. I'm a Chicagoan, so I was burning it down in downtown Chicago. Shout out Chicago.
Hey,
fuck ice. Anyway,
and we love chili dogs.
yeah. Yeah, so it's like it was like when I come out to New York, it's very comfortable to me because I know how to get everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you could drop me in Chicago in a blackout and I'd find my way home.
Right.
Like, it was just, that was my city.
Right.
You know? And then like, I drank myself down to Central Illinois because I had nowhere to go. And like, my buddy's like, yeah, if you could find a job, you can stay in this apartment. And he gave me a month, and I found a job as a front desk person at a Motel 6. And
Wonderful.
I kept drinking.
You could do that
I
drunk,
kept-
yeah.
Oh,
You actually have to do
you
that
can
drunk.
do it while
Buddy,
you're drinking.
Buddy, I used to drink on the job, and I would, because it was 11 to 7 a.m. shift. I would sleep under the desk because I don't know if you know about a Motel 6. If you go after hours, you have to ring the bell for service. That's like a safety precaution. They lock you in like a plate glass box.
really?
Yeah. And so I would sleep under the desk, hammered with a fucking pencil in my hand. And when anybody would ring the doorbell, I'd pop up and be like, "Hey, I found it." And I would just sleep on the, because it was outside of the cameras. So I'd
I'd be like,
I'd pop up like just wiping spit off myself. Like, yeah, dude, it was so bad. Like I used to fucking like, I was always very smart about my crimes.
Yeah.
And
Well, you're not going to be an asshole about it.
no, I was an asshole sometimes too. But like after 13 years, I think it's like past the statute of limitations. But like, I used to give you a discount in the computer, but charge you full price, and then skim the gap off the top.
I love
so
that.
the register would still balance. And
Right.
then after about 2 or 3 times of doing that, because most people don't want a receipt. So I just fucking throw the receipt in the garbage, and you're half asleep. And then 2 or 3 times of doing that, I could work up enough to go get a half pint of vodka.
Right.
And so I'd put up a be back in 15 minutes sign, walk to the gas station, get my warm pint of vodka, and I'd sit in the room behind the office watching like ESPN or Comedy Central and shit, just boozing down the whole fucking time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
That's so
living the
funny.
dream, man.
Dude, look. I'm not one of those sober people who's like, everything was bad, alcohol sucks. No. I had a fucking blast until it wasn't a blast.
Yeah.
And then, like, I got sober. I went to the hospital. I got sober in a hospital wing. It wasn't one of these celebrity rehabs. It was a fucking wing of a hospital.
Did they give you the prescription beer?
Prescription beer.
Yeah, in Philly. So at Temple Hospital, they have prescription beer, and it's in a cooler. Or at least they used to
That's
back
the
when
most
I was.
Philly shit I've
Yeah.
ever
That
heard.
is the most-
Because you
Prescription
know the
beer.
alcohol withdrawal, you'll have a seizure, you'll die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, they
I was
get
in a hospital.
Philly
Now
gives
they're
you a
gonna give you
prescription
beer.
beer.
What kind of fucking hospital?
That's Delval, baby. That's
It's-
Delval
It's
medicine.
It's North Philadelphia. They don't have like what's the drug?
How do they do
What
that,
year
man?
was this? Like
1972?
1972?
No, it was 2014.
Yeah, 1970. Yeah.
We had prescription.
Yeah, they got rid of prescription beer the same year that they instituted seatbelts.
Yeah, fucking, you gotta buckle your kids or some gay shit. That's like, but no, like I drank up until the day before I went in. Like I was wake up in the morning with the shakes, ice in my veins drinker.
Oh, wow.
And I'll never forget this. The day I decided to go to rehab, the kids I was dealing weight to from the college that lived in the cul-de-sac, I smoked a bunch of bong loads with them. And I said, hey, guys, if anybody asks, I'm in space camp. I'm probably going to be gone for like 30 days. Fucking, I don't want anybody knowing my business. Yeah. And I walked in there, and I walked through the doors, and I felt like I could maybe breathe again. Because it was like, if anybody's listening and they've ever struggled with addiction of any kind, if you go any amount of time without your drug of choice, and then you finally get it again, and you take some, it's like, whew. And that's how I felt, right? I was always able to quit for like, 6 months to a year. I mean, that's how I started stand-up. I started stand-up as a means to curb my drinking. I'm like, funny. Like Doug Benson was just getting popular at the time. I'm like, I could just be like that guy.
Right.
Like Mitch Hedberg was my idol, even though he overdosed and died, But I was like, no. Those guys, all they do is get high and do comedy. That's much better for me than alcohol.
Right.
So I made it a year in my first year of stand-up, just getting high. I would smoke down the headliners after the shows. I would sell them the weed, and then they would keep their weed, and I would just pack my own personals, and they would tell me how to be a comic the whole fucking time. So when I got out of rehab, it was like I was like a 30-something days sober, maybe. Went down to the comedy club to like say thank you to the owner and his wife that came to visit me. I'm like, oh yeah, do you want to do a set? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, because I was taught never to say no. And I was legit. That was the only time I've ever been nervous to get on stage.
Yeah.
I was like, what if I'm not funny anymore? Because that was all I had. I was in rehab crying because they're like, you have to do comedy in coffee shops and shit like that now.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't. And then a bunch of old...
Right, that was like a crutch almost.
Yeah, a bunch of old fucks told me, they're like, look, you got 2 working legs, you got a phone, like, you got our support, so if you reach out to us when you feel uncomfortable, you go to the club, you do your time, and you fucking leave. And that first set, the first couple jokes hit, and it was like, I never looked back. And that was 13 and a half years from now. I've been doing comedy about 14 and a half years.
Nice.
So it's like, I was, granted, I got to suck when it didn't matter. And it was just like, that was all I had. So it's like, yeah, was comedy an alcohol replacement? Absolutely. And then over time, like as you develop as a human being and your skill set, it's just a job that I do. It's not who I am.
Right. It became your, well, you're like the ex-cocaine addicts who are at the gym and they're just like, I want Coke!
But
like
I see all the time, man. Someone posts on social media, like sober people, most of us do not care what the fuck you do, but the only thing that's kind of annoying is like someone will post like sober from cocaine 7 years. Don't even miss it. It's like, you're a fucking liar. If you have to say you don't miss a thing,
right,
you miss a thing.
Right.
Like, I don't think about my ex at all.
Same. I've never even had an ex-girlfriend. I'm sorry. No. No, I know what you mean. That's funny. Yeah, dude, it is nerve-wracking because you're like, fuck, man. What if I'm Lil Wayne after the codeine? He put the cup down, and that album
flopped.
That was all right,
You're still listening to Lil Wayne?
No, I'm talking back in the Dizzy.
I was like, damn, man. I'm like, I gotta put you on some new.
No. He did come out with a new Carter, though. I did listen to it. It was fine. I mean, I'll still listen. He's Lil Wayne. I'll still give him time.
No,
of day,
I'm not shitting on Lil Wayne. I'm just saying, like, there was a point where it's like, all right,
yeah, I
need to find something that's refreshing.
Yeah,
like, it's not. Well, it's like, how many Carters can you make?
How many Carters?
Carter 3.
4.
Yeah, Carter 3. That was the coup de grace. That was
3 was the climax of all of it. Like, I even remember when 3 came out, and I was like, where does it go from here, man? Like, how does he go? What, up again?
I don't know. Like, we're pivoting into hip hop, which is a whole nother ball of wax. But like, Kendrick had that line about disappointing Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne was like tweeting some shit like, "Don't wake a sleeping giant." Like, shut up, dude. Fucking. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get murdered for saying this. Like,
they're outside. They're outside.
In the rain, highly doubt it.
It's raining?
Yeah, dog.
It's raining a little.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's raining a little, folks.
That's a bummer.
I raced here in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
Raced here in the rain.
Us?
Just for
us.
Him. I didn't know you guys, so I couldn't be like.
Because he was curious about what would be here when we got
He keeps
here.
trying to pivot to the topic of the podcast. Curiosity, guys.
Curiosity.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? Because we had this whole episode came together because of a conversation we had, and we were like, "What if we did curiosity?" And I was desperate for guests.
Look, I think every human being watching this, listening to this, walking in the streets, it's like we have a responsibility to ourselves to remain curious about the world around us. Everybody thinks they know everything, right? And you can't remain teachable if you think you know everything.
Yeah.
So whatever you like, whatever you're interested in, be curious about it. If it's stand-up, be curious about it. If it's hip-hop, be curious about it. Like that's the thing. Like we're like to pivot from what we were talking about with Lil Wayne. It's not like I don't like Lil Wayne. I just want to be curious about what else is out there. Like I never want to be one of those old heads who's like, man, my era of music is the only era of music.
I know. Or metalheads.
Yeah, metalheads are the worst, dude.
I know.
It's
How
like
can you do that?
every time, like out here, like AFI is coming to play soon, or this coming week, and a lot of old punkers are like, "Yeah, I'm going to see AFI." I'm like, "How do you feel about Swole Davey Havoc?" Because he's like yoked now with a mustache,
Yeah.
and he was notoriously the skinniest heroinist.
Heroiniest.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that video of John Frusciante on heroin? You ever seen that Red Hot Chili Pepper guy?
I know who it is, but I was like, I've never seen the video of him on heroin.
On YouTube, you can find like a 30-minute interview. He's
So
on.
you're curious about doing heroin?
No,
Like,
but
I'm watching all my favorite artists do heroin.
I couldn't believe they
Type in your
released-
favorite artist on heroin, guys. Sora, it will put it together for you. That's what it's called, right? Okay. No, that's interesting what you just said though. Like, or you finished what you were saying.
No, I just said it was cool. Like it was cool to look.
It was cool. Oh, so it's cool now. So it's cool to do drugs.
Heroin, back to being cool.
Guys,
cool
this
to
just
see
in.
him on
Heroin's
heroin.
cool.
Yeah. If you can get the good shit, it's cool.
Yeah,
to get.
you can get if you can get that drywall shit.
Yeah.
They didn't put it on YouTube to not be cool. I mean, it was pretty cool.
That is
That's
true.
true.
To
That's-
be fair, anything
that's-
on YouTube is cool.
May I ask, how old are you, sir?
30.
Yeah, that's about the cusp of like YouTube. It's cool.
Yeah, no, YouTube's chill.
I'm 39. I look 59, but like that's the thing. It's like YouTube. I just missed it, where I would never watch
really?
YouTube,
Right.
But for small snippets.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Things. People watch it like they watch TV.
Yeah.
totally. I mean, I grew up with cable television too, but it's just I think it's my favorite social media platform because
Yeah.
they don't
See,
make
that,
everything
like,
10
And
seconds.
I'm just poor, so I don't have cable.
Yeah, I hate all social media platforms.
Same. I mean,
like,
yeah.
I fucking
They're all
absolutely. I hate this platform. I hate YouTube. I hate but I use it. I have to.
We have to use it. Whatever you're listening to
Right.
this on right now, we hate you and we hate the platform.
Do you
No, love the people. Hate the fucking tool.
do you have like a what do you do to entertain yourself if it's not like YouTube videos?
Normal stuff. He probably
Funny.
reads books.
Yeah, funny you should
I was gonna
ask.
say read books, drink tea, and
What am I less of a man?
No.
because I read books and drink tea.
No.
No, you're
Like,
the one
hey,
you brought that.
I
No one
wanna
questioned your
know how to
manhood.
be I want to know how to grow out of it. I want to know how to grow out of it.
100% just giggling and wiggling over here.
I know.
Just
No,
riffing
no.
and skipping.
No.
Riffing and skipping.
Fucking no, dude. Like, look, I get it. Like, but like, I don't numb out on my phone as much anymore.
That's good.
Right.
That's a
So
good
like, I do read books. Like, I'm a fucking
That's
nerd.
great.
I do estate sales on the weekends. And just the act of going out to a different environment, a very tactile environment, and looking through things. And like I find small things that I can sell on eBay. I don't want to be a hoarder, but like the trunk of my car, like anything I can fit small in the trunk of my car that I can make a profit on, I keep it.
Yeah.
Like so, it's like I was at an estate sale and I found a vintage pair of Ray-Ban aviator sunglasses. Got them for $40. They had all the instruction manuals, like the
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
And so I bought them for $40. I have them listed on eBay for $200. So it's just like if they sell, I just go to my trunk and put it in the mail, right? And so that engages in the curious part of my brain, and it's a muscle. Like we have everything provided for us right now. You hit a button on your phone, and you can get anything you want delivered straight to your door. I'm talking groceries. I'm talking medication. Weed. Like people are like, oh, life is hard. I'm like, you get weed delivered to your door.
They deliver weed now.
Yeah, they deliver weed now.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I know, old man.
Dude, that's crazy.
I know.
I remember smoking off tinfoil.
Yeah, you don't even have to talk to anybody. Who's
They don't
not-
even make tinfoil anymore.
Yeah.
But is it bad to talk to people? They always try to promote things with that idea, like you don't have to go out of your house. Like, is it bad to leave my house? Like, I like leaving my
Well,
house.
that's the thing. Like it's
Like, don't go out. Don't go outside
Well, dude,
to watch
you
a
know,
movie. Go
I-
to Netflix and just stay inside. Like, oh, great. But what if I want to leave my house?
right.
It fucks you up.
What if I
Yeah,
enjoy
it's
walking?
not
Well, dude,
safe.
I realized during the pandemic, it's like life needs to be hard a little. Life
Dude,
needs
our
to have
life-
some.
no.
Life needs to have a little pushback.
Yeah,
Needs
but
to
dude,
be erect.
Life,
No, but life needs to be erect and
but
standing
hard-
tall and strong.
our lives, it's so hard to describe anyone that lives around New York or America like hard. Like our lives are better than kings back in the day. Like kings didn't
Right.
even live as good as we did.
Dude, that- yeah.
I'm
Kings.
I'm cooking on a premise right now that it's like it's a very hard sell for people, but like I'm not talking about the politics, but I'm talking about the statement "Make America Great Again" is a misnomer and it's impossible. It's a grief statement because you've bought into this lie that anything can be what it was ever again.
Right.
It doesn't exist.
It's
Yesterday, this morning, like me waking up in a fucking fury, it doesn't exist anymore.
Dude, make America
Right, it doesn't
great again.
matter.
That's like saying get back with my ex-girlfriend.
Which you can do.
But it wouldn't be the same.
But it wouldn't be the
Well,
same.
It would though.
Well, to your point, you just said it couldn't be the same. I was trying
No,
to
I'm
add
saying
to your
that
point.
I'm saying the past does not exist anymore. It cannot
Right.
So to date your ex-girlfriend wouldn't. It's like it's an impossibility as far as yesterday doesn't exist. Tomorrow is not promised. The only thing we have is the present moment. I just want to make sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same page here
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like
I
it
was-
has
I
never
thought I
been
was
better to
adding.
be a human being. You're right.
Yeah.
Like it has never been better to be a human being in the
yeah.
history of time. I tell people it's like, well, you want to go back 200 years? You know?
No.
You want to go like you
Hell
fucking
no.
where you get the flu and you're dead at 27? Like do you want to go back I don't know, 80, 90 years when certain people couldn't use the same water fountains?
Yeah,
we could? like get the fuck out of here, bro. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's like people have bought the lie that anything was better before, and they're capitalizing on the nostalgia dollar of it all.
Dude,
Like,
how
what-
come nostalgia is so popular now? I feel like it's way more popular
Because you
now.
get a dopamine hit when you think about the past.
Because it's popular for humans.
Because the human
But, like,
brain. Go ahead.
But you know how like I feel like they didn't do much. It's not like nostalgia Jetsons
Doesn't care
stuff.
about heroin, loves nostalgia.
I don't. I think it's getting crazy. Like they're making all these remakes now of movies more than ever before. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's so embarrassing.
it's like crazy.
And
It's
so
like
I can
why
explain
now?
it from a psychological standpoint. Every human being has a fight or flight mechanism in their brain. You, me, everybody. And what they've figured out is to tap in to that fight or flight mechanism. And when your brain thinks it's in danger or in trouble, you get sucked in, right? And you're reading and you're going down the rabbit holes and you're curious about that. Right, but it's not true. It's faux curiosity because nowadays you don't even know if it's AI, if the article is SEO generated and things like that. Like everybody has to take responsibility for their own curiosity. And if I pitch you the new Ghostbusters, and I ain't got no beef with the remakes because hopefully like a new generation of nerds finds, the thing that I liked. Like it doesn't bother me. However, if you're like, oh, I remember good feelings about this thing, and dopamine hits you, right? You're going to like, oh, like that feels good to me, right? So it's not like they're not remaking shit that doesn't feel good to you.
Totally.
It's the same reason you'd go back to your ex-girlfriend because even when you look, that's why people.
I was
keep
not. So,
fall-
I was
no,
saying
I know
that's-
you're not. I know
Let's
you're not.
assume you dated.
No, what I'm saying is like, okay, no. I've done this. Like I have gone back to or stayed with people who like were toxic or bad, and
Like
I hate
who?
using that word toxic, but like Jenna. Sorry, but
I don't know, John. Either.
it's because it's familiar. You know what I mean?
Sound like a
Even though it would hurt me, it was familiar to me, and I at least knew that I could know what to expect. And that gives you some
Why do
semblance
you
or
think
some comfort.
Why do you think things are so racist nowadays? It's familiar. It's comforting.
Yeah.
It's comforting.
I mean, to be fair, have you ever met a... No, okay.
Yeah, that's gotta be weird. Imagine if you had a bad childhood. Is nostalgia like when it was bad? Like, do you feel like, oh, things suck?
No, but it's like what I just
can,
said. But
I can
it's
answer
still,
that. It's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
I love when
candidly, I don't know about you.
I love when I have no food. It reminds me of when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Well,
you know,
explain.
there is
Do you think
no,
like that? Like,
there is no feeling of nostalgia.
no, you don't get it.
No,
If you had a bad childhood, that sucks.
there's no feeling of nostalgia.
Not
So
for the
only if
sa-
you had
not
a
for
good-
the same things.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
So for your archetypical childhood shit, you're not going to feel nostalgia because there was none.
Right.
Yeah,
See,
like-
can I tell you something?
but can
I get
you-
nostalgia when I see like if I'm ever walking around now and I see a group of like kids walking around, I'll be like, oh, dude, like, and it's like funny because it's nostalgia. Like I don't want to go back to it, but I'm like, remember when we used to walk around like Ding Dong Ditch?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, I
it's like
do.
it was just
We were just
stupid and fun.
menaces.
And you look at those kids and you're like, I know exactly what you guys are thinking. I know your like thought process. I know exactly like it's just funny.
But look at it this way: it's just like that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So like, could people still effectively do that? Sure. But there was less likely a chance that we were going to get shot
Yeah.
doing it. Okay. right?
Yeah.
Because everybody is in such a state of fear. Everybody's in a locked fight response because social media tells you everything is on fire and the world is terrible. I'm not saying it's not, like, it's never been an easier time to be alive. Not saying it's not been scary. I know what I look like. I get it. I can say this with some sense of privilege, saying it's not as scary to me, but I can acknowledge seeing the scariness of it.
Yeah, of
But
course.
everybody needs to take responsibility for rewiring their fight or flight response, okay? And I don't know what that looks like for you, okay? But, like, walking around, not having your headphones in, reading, physical thing, audio books, go to have you gone to a museum? Like, most people in rural America don't have access to these things. So they live their lives vicariously through celebrity and in these parasocial relationships that everybody thinks they know these people. And it's because we have never been more connected, but we have never felt more alone because these connections that we have are not real. Like, it's not a substantial, because, like, you could say to someone on the internet the most horrendous shit that would get you knocked in the jaw,
Right.
if you said it in real life. Like,
If you
it
said
happens
half of it in the real
and
life.
it happens constantly. Like, anytime you have any social media offering do well, like, you get the most pee pants loser baby neckbeard assholes in your comments. Like, and it happens, and it's just like, it's sometimes like, it doesn't faze me often. But it's like death by 1,000 cuts. Sometimes a puck gets past a goalie. Like, no matter how much meditation or wellness or self-care that I do, like, I'm raw dogging life. Right. Like I'm sober. Like, I am sober with a hard R, everybody. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I literally, caffeine and terrible relationships are what I'm addicted to.
Yeah.
And I rip the occasional cigarette.
Yes.
You know, that is.
You're just a man. I mean.
Yeah. But that is, like, for me, I feel very intensely.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like to do the job of stand-up comedy or creating any art in general is you feel very intensely.
Yeah.
And so it's my responsibility to make sure that my fight or flight response is well connected, because if it goes off, it stays in the stuck position. So engaging in things that make my brain feel curious is a meditative practice. You could do this yourself. Go to any that's like thrifting is big right now. But for me, it's always been fun because I don't even need to buy anything. I like walking into a place and walking from aisle to aisle and just having thoughts and memories come up about the physical objects that I'm seeing.
I totally know what you mean.
I don't even listen to music while I'm doing it. Like, I just go and try to be present. Like, it's like, if you're familiar with Alan Watts, like, he was a big proponent of Zen and Buddhism. Like, he wanted to teach, like, Eastern philosophies to Western culture. And there's this Zen quote that I really love: "The thinking mind is a great servant, but a terrible master." All right, and I would say a great majority of us are being mastered by our thinking minds, and it's not the end all be all, right? Like, you have a whole network that's going on behind the conscious mind, the subconscious, like people are like, oh, higher power. It's like you don't have to do that, but there are powers within you that are working. Like, your heart is beating, and you don't.
You're not
tell
saying
it to.
beat,
Right.
beat, blank,
and that's
blank.
why meditation surrounds the breath, because the breath is the one thing that you can be conscious of and control and be unconscious. Like, we could, all four of us, meditate. I could teach you right now if you'll let me. And, like, I get it. Like, the only meditation I ever knew about growing up was cracking beers and staring into a bonfire.
Right.
But would you all four like to meditate?
But it is real.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're
Right
gonna
now?
do 4 deep breaths.
Right now? Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
you
do
can do meditation anywhere. 4 deep breaths. If
It's
you're
like
listening
box
at
Should
breathing
my
home.
or
legs
something?
be
Like, listen, like the only meditation I ever knew about was cracking beers and staring into a bonfire.
Yeah.
Like, psh, I hate my dad. You know, like,
I hate my dad.
like, I get it. But, like, anybody listening at home, we can do it. The fellas here.
Let's do it. We'll do a little.
On the count of 3, we're gonna breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3. In and out. In and out. One more time. You're doing great. In and out. See?
I think I'm feeling it,
See,
man.
don't you feel a little
I
better?
think I'm getting
Feel
a contact
I think-
high.
I
Don't you
think
hate
I-
your dad a little less?
I think
I
I'm
think
getting.
I want to rip that cigarette. You're talking about.
No, dude, you said a lot of things that I really
talk real
like.
fast.
No. So it's funny that you said the thing you were talking about your thoughts. I'm curious if this is what you meant, because the last episode we were talking about this, where we were talking about how you need to realize that like you have thoughts and they don't all necessarily matter. Like if you have an intrusive thought, right? You can just have that. You don't have to succumb to that thought, or you don't have to be like, why am I having that thought? As in, like, you just have thoughts. You know what I mean? Everyone just has thoughts. The example we gave was, I was saying, every time I go out on like a balcony or something, I always look down and I literally am like, I could jump. I don't want to jump. I don't want, you know what I mean? Or I don't think I want to jump, but what I'm saying
What's
is
the
like,
suicide hotline.
Yeah,
around here?
yeah, you
no,
want-
but this is what I'm trying to
In
say. Like,
Pennsylvania, it's called a 302. I don't know what we do up here,
But what I'm saying is, this is how the other guests responded too. What I'm saying is
What
like,
does that tell you?
I identify that as like, that's just a thought my brain is having.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I have intrusive thoughts, but I'll just be like I'll stand at like there's a great Patrice O'Neill joke too, where like there's a Patrice O'Neill joke where he's like, you ever be standing at the bus station and you see a guy and you're like, man, I just want to fucking hit that guy.
Yep.
But not because you want to hit him, because it's like, you don't like that he's standing there and he thinks he can just stand there next to you and you won't hit him. You won't hit him, but you don't like that he thinks that you won't hit him. Like,
Right, and that is such a brilliant perspective, because
Yeah.
it's like yours, mine, all of our brains are problem solvers.
right.
And when there's no problems to solve, it's still going.
Right.
People don't understand that the brain is just working, and it can go independent of your. It's not your thoughts matter or don't matter. Is it necessary to attach any meaning
To all of them, yes.
to any of them?
To any of them.
To any of them. It's like Ram Dass has that book called Becoming Nobody. Like on a base level, if you are to do a little bit of digging and have some curiosity, there are other ways human beings have been spiritual throughout the history of time.
Mm-hmm.
And becoming nobody is like, you are not your job. You are not, your given name. You're
You're an electric meat bag.
You're a soul, and you're a soul. I'm a soul, and when you can look into another human being's eyes and be like, "Oh, you're in that one,
Right.
How'd you get in there? I'm in this one." That's it. It gives you at least a very thimbleful of more empathy for the rest of the world.
Totally.
And I honestly think that there is an empathy shortage. And I'm not
Yes.
saying sympathy. I'm saying empathy.
took
I
the
know the
words-
fucking difference between the two
You
of
took
those
the
things,
words
okay?
right out of my mouth. That what you're describing.
I'm not
as
telling
empathy.
anybody to feel sorry for anybody. I'm not telling anybody that what's happening isn't good. But I can tell you this. I believe 100% in my soul, in the pit of me, that I am doing my absolute best. I have to remind myself I'm doing my absolute best. And when I can practice being fucking gentle to Dave, there's a chance I can be gentle to you. And it doesn't mean what you're doing is good.
Mm-hmm.
It just means like you are doing your fucking absolute best. And isn't that fucking shocking? Right?
And isn't that all you can do? Like,
Maybe just for sake of clarification, might be superfluous, but could you tell us, from your perspective, what empathy is?
Yeah, it's the ability to have a feeling of oneness and understanding with another human being's feelings and situation. Like
Yeah.
I can empathize with anybody who bought into the Make America Great Again
of
shit.
course,
I
dude.
can empathize. I have no fucking sympathy.
No, but I
But
you get
it's
it.
but that's the difference between empathy and sympathy. People are like, we need to be nice to people. It's like, people don't need to be anything to people. People are talking about what we need to do outwardly to other people to make this better. I'm saying if we all take fucking responsibility for going inward and being gentle to ourselves, we will be gentle to those around us. That's it. But so many people, this is the problem. I read a very fascinating book, and I highly recommend it to anybody. It's called The Quiet Damage. It's a sociological text where it follows 4 or 5 different people and how they fell down the QAnon rabbit hole. Okay?
Oh, I would read that. That's
Yeah,
fascinating.
it's called The Quiet Damage, QAnon and the Destruction of the American Family. A very light read. But the conclusion of the book, not to give it away, it's just the author, she thinks, and tend to agree with her that what we are dealing with currently is not a moral issue, it's a wellness issue, right? Because if everybody thinks they're morally correct, what is it, right? And I know enough as a thinking, feeling human being that has done an immense amount of work on themselves not to drink themselves to death, that, like, I leave enough room in my brain that I might be wrong. Like, just a little bit, right?
Sure.
And it's like most people think they are morally correct. And so if you cannot be persuaded that there's a chance you might be wrong, then it's a wellness issue. You're not well, right? And so everybody feels like they are morally superior. And morals are a social construct anyway, right? So it's like there's just a chance. And if you practice this, that everything going on right now is all perfect. I'm not saying it is. But there is a chance that everything is exactly how it's supposed to be, that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, that you are a living, breathing human being capable of being empathetic and gentle to yourself, that it's all shit. It's either one or the other. You can practice that it's all shit, or you can practice that it's all perfect. I'm not saying it's good, but it's all exactly how it's supposed to be. And I had to take responsibility about 3 or 4 years ago, like 9 years sober, and I just had lost so many people in my life. Like my father died, my buddy died in a drunk driving accident the same month. My first sponsor committed suicide. Like it was just like I lost so many people in rapid succession. You know, like I went through a huge breakup.
Yeah, you gotta take some stock.
I had moved
like,
up to the
whoa.
mountains, like, and I didn't want to pick up or drink or do drugs, but it's like it chemically changed my brain. Like I had such an immense amount of grief dealt my way that it chemically altered my brain, and I had to baby step, like that old movie What About Bob with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Like baby step my way back into a normalcy. Like I didn't drink or do any drugs. Like that was the furthest thing from my mind, but I could barely get off the couch. I was afraid to turn my heat on. Like I was doing these dumb SEO blog posts because the gigs were kind of low at that time, and I couldn't feed myself. So it's like I would make a crock pot full of stew, and I would type for a little bit. I would stand up, I would walk over, and I would eat a couple bites and sit back down.
Right, like you're like grazing.
Well, I had to.
Yeah.
And like I could barely walk to the post office. So I'm like, all right,
Fuck,
Dave, we're going to
man.
walk to the post office. That's what we're going to do today. Right. And I was still gigging. Like it's just like, so I would leave and go tell the yucks and then go right back into the spiraling depression until I could mend what was broken inside of me. Like that, the Japanese do this art form called kintsugi, and it's very fascinating. They take broken teapots and cups and they mend them back together with gold inlet because they think the broken things, once put back together, are more beautiful. And I tend to agree with that interpretation of life.
That's funny.
Like people are always afraid of life breaking them. I say, let it break you. Every pain that you've had, let it happen. Because then it's your opportunity to build back stronger than you were before. Like I didn't think,
and that's how you get empathy too.
exactly. Once you've hit the pit of your soul, like the dark night of the soul, where like it's like I wasn't suicidal, but it was just like I was.
No, but you're in the corners. You're really getting deep in there. Yeah,
I was in an emotional bottom.
Yeah,
and to go back and do the inner child work, to do the grieving around my father. You know, he died at 59 of pancreatic cancer. Like to grieve everything that he was and everything that he wasn't, and grieve him as David Kevin Yates, who that was his full name. And he
are you a
wasn't just
junior?
No, I'm David Charles.
Oh, David Charles.
So yeah, steal my identity. There's nothing there. That's, I had to grieve the person, right? And I feel like people don't often grieve the totality of an individual, like the ex-girlfriend, but they also have a name, like mother was also a someone, and that's the idea to go back to a little bit ago with like becoming nobody, is being able to grieve in totality of all the things, because when you keep getting hit with grief and you don't have any time to grieve, you are going to be locked in. And it is every individual loss, whether it's they're still alive or not, has to be grieved individually. There's no like I grieved it all.
And that's how you buy. Like, it's kind of like what you said earlier, where it's like it's not about being nice to people or being mean to people or being anything to people. It's about understanding people. Like if we can understand ourselves and understand others, then it's like what you said about, you don't support Trump or people who voted for him, but you can empathize or understand how they're feeling.
No, I know.
And why they're getting to where they're
I'm
getting.
just
And it's like that's what we're missing.
I'd caution and say, I think it's less about understanding and imagining and comprehending from that. I mean, Dave, if you got a paper cut, candidly, I don't know how you would experience that. I might be able to imagine it and then equate it to myself.
Right.
And that'd be my place of understanding, but I don't understand the sensation that you're going through. Just like your depression, I've heard,
Sure.
A good cure for that
but
is
that's the difference
typing
between
comedy
empathy
into
and
YouTube.
sympathy.
What do you mean?
Empathy, like I know what it's like to have a paper cut.
Right.
Yeah, which
Right.
requires then imagination for you to
Empathy.
Yeah.
Right, but like if we're going down the lane of like I don't need to understand the Mega Man, like I don't need to understand fascism to understand, like to know how it happens, right?
Agreed.
Like so it's like the thing that I'm talking about is not so much making sense of a nonsensical thing. It's like I know you don't know what it's like to be me in my body. And I don't know what it's like to be you in your body, but I have a body and I'm a human being. So I can conjure up what would it feel like
Through imagination.
to be you.
In that situation,
Yeah.
or in that,
Yeah.
it's like when you see someone get rocked, and you're like, oh.
Well, I mean, so when I worked in a psych, the reason I point this out is I worked in a psych hospital for a long time and drug rehabs, and I made the grave error of once saying to someone, "Oh, I understand what you were going through," and what I meant to say is I can imagine it,
right.
But
And
I
I'm
had
sorry,
no,
and I sympathize for you.
Well, no,
but-
I wouldn't say sympathize. Like I can imagine what it might be like losing your dad.
Right.
But I haven't experienced it. I've lost my mom, as you know, last 2 months ago. I can imagine that.
Right.
Rest in peace, Mom. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Down.
Thank you for letting me play the Capcom dinosaur game when I wasn't allowed.
It was, but that takes imagination. And I remember I said, I understand once, and the guy just bit my fucking head off. And he rightfully did it. He rightfully did
He was
it.
like, you don't fucking know.
you don't
Yeah.
fucking know what it's like. And so I'm trying to draw that point of clarification just because I think it's important.
Right, and
You had it
and
coming
I
when you
don't.
did it.
Yeah, I did.
I don't disagree with you. I think the caveat for me being, I tell people I don't know what it's like to be you, but I get it. I get what you're going through.
That's what I see. Like I've said to people before, I'll go, I don't even understand your situation, but I've said to people like, but I understand what it feels like to be overwhelmed. And if that's what you're feeling, I'm so sorry that you're feeling that.
And it's like,
I'm not trying to understand.
But
It's like-
there is also there's a middle way to this, okay? And I think that's where the disjunction has happened in society, where the pendulum swung in the one direction where we were concerned about people's feelings and what they were called and things like that. And there was a bunch of other people who didn't understand why people were doing that.
Yeah.
Like, why do I need to learn your pronouns? That's fucking
Because
So here's this thing then, is curiosity humbling?
yes, it has to be.
Right? Like, it's like, I feel like kind of because you said something earlier and you just brought it up now again, where it's like, I feel like the issue we have now, for example, in politics is like, I feel like there used to be some curiosity about reaching over the aisle and about trying to work with people or trying to sit down and go, hey, we don't agree, but let's find what we compromise on and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
why would you do that? We can just shut down the government.
Yeah.
It is funnier.
Well,
to
look,
do that.
but here,
It is funnier. Listen, it is funnier.
Again, this is the danger that I'm trying to warn against. We need to take responsibility as individuals, right, for finding that place in ourselves, right? There's nothing that's outside of me that's going to change the way I feel inside of me. And again, I say this from a place of privilege. It doesn't look great out there, right? But like it's still, if we take the time to be gentle to ourselves and we take the time to realize what we can and can't do, what's inside our hula hoop of control. Like, I'm not concerned about who reaches over the aisle or who doesn't reach over the aisle. I'm concerned with, okay, am I going to do the research on the upcoming election to vote for people that I think will actually do a good job? Instead of going, well, Republican, I'm team Republican, so check. Or I'm team Democrat, so check. And this sounds like a fucking wackadoo neo-socialist idea, but it's taking responsibility for connecting my brain and my heart, right? Instead of operating from a fight or flight response. Like people can say,
Or letting Instagram tell you how you feel or something.
or
yeah.
feeling learning to to mitigate the feelings where they come up and they go away, like a passing cloud. You were talking about thoughts, like
Right.
they come up,
Just
and they
let
go
them
away.
happen.
The fight or flight response turns on, and then it goes back down to baseline. That's just it's the middle way of things. You were saying.
I was gonna say it sounds like I do have to.
I know. I was
depart
going to say
soon.
we'll wrap it
Yeah.
up soon. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
You're cautioning people about being dogmatic. You're cautioning people to not just follow things blindly and follow their
God forbid.
Yeah, right. I
Don't
think
be
there's
dogmatic,
you know,
dude.
I would also say, you've hit the big book pretty fucking hard. Clearly,
Who?
the big book.
I don't know what the big book
Yeah,
is.
you did the big book.
The Bible. Ugh, gross.
That's the big book.
Disgusting.
They curse in that book.
Yeah.
It's the gay book.
The Bible.
Not familiar with it.
Okay.
Oh,
You clearly have demonstrated an understanding of it.
book.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about like a sobriety text,
Yes.
like, all spiritual texts come from the same crux of going inward and changing your perception.
Accountability and
So you know what the
I'm
big book
I'm
is.
talking more about the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Jon Pampa, like things like that.
but
I only knew one of those words.
But you also know what it is, right?
Quran.
Like I'm familiar with recovery literature.
Yeah. So we know what it is, and what I'm saying is, you've honed that really well. And yeah, I agree with you. It draws upon the same principles that we see in every other spiritual text and every other religious text. But I think I think you bring up really, really good points about trying to help people. I think at what I'm hearing you say is just to kind of be alive and be human again.
Well, be present. That's it. It's be present. That's
You know
it.
what's crazy? I've realized so much of
'cause
life.
Where are you most alive and most human? in the present moment.
Past 3 years is behind a computer screen.
No, but in your body. So if you take responsibility, like when you leave here, to not engage in your headphones or just feel the way the rain feels on your skin or the way your feet hit the pavement.
Still can't believe it's raining.
I know. Your poor perm is gonna fucking it's
Perm,
gonna be all
no,
gross.
That's not a term. No, don't. You look handsome today.
Yeah, it's like how all my makeup for my AFI cover band is gonna run. Oh. But it's just everybody who's listening, you, everybody included, take responsibility for the way things feel in your hands, the way your breath feels coming in and out of your nose, like whatever it takes to practice it. Please do. Because meditation, that's why I showed you guys how to meditate earlier, it doesn't have to be sit on a cushion and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Actively breathing. I mean, the Om is just it's more of a feeling than it is a anything.
And it's something to ground you again and bring you
Right,
back to
right.
bring you back to earth.
But there's thousands of ways to meditate. Just like there's thousands of ways to recover, there's thousands of ways to do it. Do whatever feels genuine to you. Like if you can commit yourself to being gentle to yourself and to practicing breathing 10 different times throughout the day, like just like, okay, all right, I'm going to notice my breath. And just notice it. And just that's the practice. It is all a practice. Like I am practicing being a guest on a podcast right now. I am practicing having a conversation with you gentlemen. You know, I am practicing being Dave. Every day I'm practicing. And when you work on yourself inwardly, you will work on becoming the person you were always meant to be, which is, in my opinion, is just in a state of presence where I know that this moment is safe. The past doesn't exist anymore. Not saying we can't learn from it, and the future is not promised. So I, in this moment, give myself a brief respite from the insanity that is my thinking mind by constantly going from the thinking mind to the breath, thinking mind to the breath throughout the day. And
The only thing that's real is this right now, right happening
and
right
be
now.
curious about the present moment. So when you leave here, try it. Just walk around and notice things. And it's really helpful too with someone who has complex PTSD to do a dialectical behavioral therapy thing where if you're in a trauma response, like you can slow down and go, okay, red sign, green paper bag. Just start naming colors that you see. Read license plates
Anything
out
to
loud.
bring you back down to earth and
in the present moment. And like, I often recommend people, like if you have an anxiety attack or a trauma response, like take 2 ice cubes and hold them in your hands for as long as possible, because your thinking mind.
I do that. That's how I get hard.
Your thinking mind has to go into the feeling that's into your hands.
Yeah.
Right. So like your brain has a switch that goes, nope, danger. We got to handle this. So your ruminations are not useful.
That's why they say pinch yourself. Are you dreaming? You know, literally.
Yeah. Do you share what you've been writing? I'm curious.
Yeah, I've been just writing notes and things that people have been saying. It just tries ways to keep it back.
It's just a bunch of doodled penises.
I want to know.
Yeah, no, it's actually.
My therapist used to do something like that.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah.
Anything I say, make it into the deal.
Shit.
Yeah,
No wonder it didn't
wow.
work. Just kidding, guys. No, can I tell you something? I really, I really sympathize with a lot of what you've been saying.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah. Do you want it to be sympathy or?
No.
No, you want sympathy.
Yeah, no, that's why I said sympathy, because it was wrong. That's why I said I sympathize with what you're saying.
I like how all three of us are like, fuck you.
Yeah, I was doing
This
what you did to
motherfucker
the
was
guy.
talking empathy, dog. How you gonna go disrespect my man like that? All three of us were ready to fight.
No, but it's it's funny how first of all, it's funny how every time I really think about life, it all really comes back to the simple thing my Italian father told me, which is don't be a dick.
True.
And
But
don't trust the darks.
and he's a little bit of a new age, you know. He was like, you can trust him, just don't, let's not get crazy.
Grandpa, on the other hand.
Grandpa, on the other hand, hey, come on.
I feel like that's the clip that's gonna get fucking taken out of context when like I'm up for SNL. It's like, you heard him. He said
You
don't
heard
trust
him. He said him. He said don't trust him. They all tried to stop him. And the other one sympathized with it. No, but life is such. It's very curious that life is such that it really is kind of up to you. Like obviously it's raining and none of us can stop it from raining right now. But
Well, yeah, we can. We can use the government's weather machine.
true, I am half Jewish. But nothing really matters because there are ways to ground yourself in any situation, and there's ways that you can use your curiosity in a healthy way to not overwhelm yourself, but to keep yourself in the present moment so that you're not like flying by the seat of your pants, or you're not totally paranoid, or you're not totally like any sort of negative emotion that would like otherwise take you off track.
It's a muscle.
Or take your focus out of the present
It's
moment.
a muscle and a practice, and our curiosity muscle has not had to been used because we are given everything that we
Everything's served up
supposedly-
to us.
Like the algorithm knows whether you watch something for a second longer than you have or not, and it gives you that. So if you're watching things that upset you for longer, that's what you're going to keep getting more of.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying the curiosity muscle, the actual muscle, it's like you can't go to the gym and lift 500 pounds, but there are human beings that can. So, but they have to start somewhere. So be as curious as you can, as reasonable as it is, whether it's feeling your feet hit the pavement or the rain hit your skin. Notice it. And then try to notice more and notice more and notice more. And then you'll be able to do heavier lifting when it comes to circumstances of the mind that you find yourself in a thought spiral or a depression loop or a fight or flight response. It's just learning to take responsibility for our own emotions and the way we look at the world, and knowing that nothing inside of us is going to change the way we feel, or nothing outside of us is going to change the way we feel inside of us. That is our own personal responsibility. And I feel like if everybody goes inward and works on those things and practices on those things, that's the only way the outside is going to change.
Dave, are you trying to tell me that drinking and drugging didn't solve all your problems?
I'm going to tell you, drinking and drugging was the duct tape that fixed all my problems.
Okay, so it does work.
To an extent. Yeah, you could
True.
tow a car with
Think
fucking
about
duct
it. You had to do it all before you can do all the other stuff.
tape. Right.
so-
I checked off. I did all the drugs. That's why I don't do drugs
That's
anymore.
right.
Nice callback, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, shush for a second. Thanks so much, Sony Alpha. Okay, continue.
I mean,
No, I think that's honestly, I think we could wrap it up, guys. I mean, that,
thank God.
this was, you were getting curious when the fucking end of this bitch was. Guys, thanks so much for your time. Any passing final thoughts on curiosity?
Dean, you first. You've been quiet all night.
No,
He had something to say earlier.
what do you mean? I said a bunch of stuff.
It
And
went from heroin. You were kind of quiet during heroin.
I was just listening to what you were saying.
Yeah, he got a little timid during heroin, but hey,
I definitely
who
wasn't
doesn't,
timid.
right?
He'll get there.
Lay it on us. What are your parting words, Dean?
That I wasn't timid and I had a good time.
Let's double down on that.
And just because I'm listening and I'm quiet doesn't mean I'm nervous.
No, listen, guys, this is the deal here. Dean is showing right now. You can be curious and you can just own it and sit there.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time.
No, dude, it was.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm curious.
Listen, Guys,
I'm
where can they
curious
find
if
you?
I'm curious if I made a good impression. I guess.
Oh, you did. Don't worry.
I think you did.
Where can they find you guys?
Oh, Dean David 95 on Instagram.
Love that.
I know we hate social media, but LinkedIn, Jonathan J. Kohler.
Let's do it.
LinkedIn.
That's the first time anyone's ever had LinkedIn on here.
I don't have Instagram.
I know. Well, you are a LinkedIn maven.
I am. My best post got up to 40,000 views, and I met
On LinkedIn?
I met Brian Cuban, Mark Cuban's brother. through
What the
LinkedIn.
fuck? He's viral on LinkedIn.
Yeah. So I got really big into LinkedIn for a
Wow.
few years.
All right, now how you gonna top that one? Whose brother did you meet?
I met Quentin Tarantino once.
You're a fucking pussy.
He was very nice. I was at the Comedy Store, so that's my credit. I met Quentin Tarantino once, and I make and sell my own brand of hot sauce.
Oh my God.
No fucking way. Can I say
You've
that?
had that in your pocket the whole
Hot
time.
sauce. Yeah, that's right. Merch
Yeah,
pitch
that's right.
Merch pitch always goes at the end, everybody. If you want to support me directly, you can go to hahahotsauce.com. I do make and sell this: orange, pear, apple cider vinegar,
Can I say
Roma tomato, sweet onion, garlic, olive oil, sea salt, and then I use the Carolina Reaper. So it's good flavor with a nice consistent
Why is it warm?
It was in my
Because he's a hot guy.
Yeah,
dude.
it
was
He's
my
hot.
back
Yeah,
pocket.
no, because
I love
it's
how
hot
I'm pitching a
sauce.
food item, and you're like, I'm going to make it sound disgusting.
No, it's a hot sauce.
I
It's warm.
I was sitting with it in my back pocket.
And because we were getting hot in here.
Dude,
It's not been opened, right?
No, you can open it if you
can
want to
open
try some.
I want to try some.
do it.
Yeah, that's the promo hot sauce. You
All right, he's trying some live on
Back-
the air.
yeah, no,
Dean
no,
David
back
is
of the hand.
curious.
Put it on the
Back
back
of
of your
the
hand.
Dean
and-
David is
yeah,
curious.
Lime and salt.
Because I don't want you to get it on the tips of your fingers and then accidentally touch your eye later.
Really? It's
Really? Is
that
it like
hot?
that?
It is. But it's not like ruin your day hot. Don't be afraid. Because look, I got to do shows in like Dubuque, Iowa and shit.
You know what I wish I asked you?
Ooh, man. Oh, that's hot. It's good though.
Also supposed to be.
You want to try?
No.
No,
Yes, you
what?
do. Hey,
Try
no,
it.
don't
Be
be a bitch.
curious. Come on.
Aren't you curious?
Be curious what it tastes like. It tastes
Yeah,
good.
no, the whole podcast about curiosity.
I know. Then I'm like, hey, you want to try? He's like, no. I'm like, what the hell?
My tiny taste buds, I can't do it.
Well, it is really good.
It's good.
Hit me, baby.
You gonna do it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
let's do it.
I'm waiting for this guy to do a fucking bump out of the corner.
I was gonna say, you want me to snort it?
Snooters.
Ooh, that's nice.
I like it. It's cool.
That's real nice.
I thought it was cool.
That's real nice.
All right,
you
folks.
Don't have to do it.
HaHaHotSauce.com.
HotSauce.com, AlexLaBooty.com. Buy tickets. You're taking your damn time, people. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Smooches.
All right.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I got
Want to get a cab to the club?
No, I don't want to do a cab.
I just
Bumped the mic. I got a
I'm hanging with you, so.
I got
Yeah.
train.
All
All right,
right, catching up. I'll send you a text.
Call me or text.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yes, get the key at the front, and then it's around the corner. John can show you because he went to the bathroom. Okay, cool. So I'll be out in literally 10 seconds.